What if I told you to stop memorizing new vocab words? Stop learning complex math formulas. For most students trying to raise their score, more studying is actually the wrong approach. The truth is, your dream score isn't locked behind more knowledge. It's being held hostage by 7 tactical mistakes you're making in how you take the test. And the craziest part? One of them happens in the first 30 minutes, and if you make it, your score is capped permanently. You literally can't recover. Stick around because we're about to expose all 7, starting with that one. Mistake number 1. You're ignoring the adaptive test. The digital SAT is an adaptive test. Each section is split into 2 parts, or modules. In the first module, everyone gets a similar mix of easy, medium, and hard questions. But how you perform there determines everything that comes next. Do well, and you get routed to the harder second module. The questions are tougher, but they unlock the highest scores. Struggle on Module 1 and you're sent to the easier module. And here's the brutal truth. Even if you get every single question right on that easier module, your score is capped. For math, the highest you can get is a 560. For reading and writing, it's a 580. You are locked out of the 600s and 700s. The fix? Treat Module 1 like it's the whole test. Prioritize accuracy over speed. Use your time to double check. Your goal isn't to bank time, it's to unlock the high-scoring path. Mistake number 2. You're sacrificing accuracy for speed. You see the timer and you panic, so you rush. And rushing is the #1 cause of careless errors. You misread a negative sign. You solve for x when the question asked for 2x. You pick an answer that sounds right without actually checking the grammar rules. These aren't knowledge problems, they're panic problems. The fix? Use the mark and move on strategy. If a question stumps you, give it your best guess, flag it, and come back if you have time. Don't let one hard question steal your focus from 5 easier ones. Mistake number 3. You're playing it by ear on reading and writing. This is not your high school English class. The SAT has 0 room for your opinion. Every correct answer is 100% supported by words written directly in the passage. The fix for reading: become a text detective. For every answer you choose, you must be able to point to the exact evidence that proves it's right. If you can't find the proof, it's the wrong answer. The fix for writing: stop going by what sounds right and start applying rules. The SAT tests the same core grammar concepts over and over. Learn them.
Mistake number 4. You're a mental math hero. You think you're saving time by doing math in your head, but you're really just overloading your working memory. It's how a simple equation like 3 parentheses x minus 5 equals 10 becomes 3x minus 5 equals 10 in your head because you forgot to distribute the 3 to the -5. That one tiny mental shortcut just cost you the question. The fix? Use your scratch paper. For every single math problem, it's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of a smart test taker. Write down the key info and work through the steps. This frees up your brain to focus on the actual logic. Mistake number 5. You're wasting your calculator. The digital SAT gives you the powerful Desmos calculator on the entire math section. Many students don't use it right or at all. For example, you get a nasty-looking quadratic and the question asks for its minimum value. Instead of doing -b over 2a by hand and plugging it back in, you just type the equation into Desmos and tap the vertex. 5 seconds. Problem solved. The fix? Practice with the Desmos calculator before test day. Knowing when to use the calculator is a critical skill. Mistake number 6. You take one-and-done practice tests. You take a practice test, hate the score, and immediately start another one. This is a huge waste of your most valuable resource, your mistakes. The score is the least important part of a practice test. The fix? Spend twice as long reviewing a test as you did taking it. Create a mistake log. For every error, write down why you got it wrong and what you'll do differently next time. This is how you find your blind spots and actually improve.
Mistake number 7. You let test anxiety drive the bus. Test anxiety isn't just a bad feeling, it's a cognitive thief. When you're stressed, worried thoughts steal the mental resources you need for hard problems. This is why you blank on questions you know how to do. The fix? First, sleep well and eat breakfast, non-negotiable. Second, try this. Right before the test, for 5 minutes, just write down all your worries on a piece of paper. Researchers have found this brain dump actually offloads the anxiety, freeing up mental space and boosting scores. Finally, if you feel panic rising, just pause. Take one slow, deep breath. Bonus mistake number 8. You're not prepping for the common questions. Okay, I know I promised 7 mistakes, but for those of you who stuck around, I have a bonus one. You're not preparing for the most common question types. The SAT is incredibly predictable. In the math section, about 35% of your test will be algebra. In reading and writing, you are guaranteed to get questions on words and context and command of evidence. The fix? Don't just do random practice. Actively identify the 4 to 5 types of questions that appear most often in each section and drill those until they're second nature. Mastering the predictable questions is the foundation of a great score. So, let's recap. Prioritize Module 1. Focus on accuracy. Find the proof. Write it out. Master Desmos. Review your mistakes. Manage your anxiety and know the common questions. Before you go, drop a comment below and let me know which one of these mistakes is the one you're going to work on this week. Naming it is the first step to fixing it.